this is a unboxing of Amber Palace Games Scream or Die. It is currently on Kickstarter. It launched on Kickstarter the first week in June. So it's a real simple game to learn. As you can see, the instructions are just one page. Now understand, this is a prototype copy. This was sent to me by one of the designers for the purpose of this preview. And now this bag, the bag that will come with the actual game, if it comes, it will not be transparent. So that's not the bag that's coming with the game. And you got your tokens and your meeples. And the artwork is, as I understand, is finalized. And on the player board, you'll have these guides for the dice, which are most beneficial for the players. And the player boards are going to be a bit thicker and more durable than this prototype copy. So you got the 4 classic monsters that you get to play on. And the first one who gets 13 pieces of candy wins the game. Now with the dice, you have various colors, and again it corresponds with the colors on the monsters player mat. But these white dice, they only have screams on them. So as we talked about, there's the white dice only benefits the roller, or the person who's in charge of the bag rolling dice. And they got orange. Now orange is Harry's. You can see that Harry has an extra side there that gives him 2 pieces of candy. And orange has no Vlad sides on there, so that's why orange is not beneficial for Vlad. But the other 2 monsters has at least 1 face on the side, and then 1 or 2 screams. Now the yellow is Seth's dice. As you can see, he has that extra side there that gives him 2 pieces of candy. And there is no griff on the yellow dice. Black, obviously, is for the vampire, Vlad. There again, there's that extra piece of candy. There's 1 for 2 of the monsters, but there is no Seth on the black dice. And then blue is Griff's most beneficial dice. And there's no side for Harry on the blue dice. Now these dice, the images are going to be printed on the dice. They're not going to be stickers on. And this is information that was given to me directly from the designer of the game. Alright, let's just go through the rules of Scream or Die. Now for this demonstration, I'm using a different bag. Then now the bag in the actual product will be different. I'm just using my own bag because the prototype bag is see-through. But you know, like I said, prototype money can only go so far. But basically, it starts out, you pick the monster you want to play, and at start you get 3 screams. You also start the game where the first player or the ruler picks out 5 dice randomly from the bag. 3, 4, and 5. Alright. Now, to the first player's left, the player can spend any of these screams to have an additional dice added to the dice pool. So say for example the person to the first players or the rulers left, they want to spend let's say 1 scream to add a dice. So the ruler adds another dice to the dice pool. Okay, and goes round and round and round. The ruler is the last person to add
any dice to the dice pool. Okay? Once all the players had a chance to spend as many screams as they want, as they have available to add dice to the dice pool, we then roll all the dice. Alright. Now, again, starting with the player to the left, the person can spend as many screams as they have available to re-roll any of those dice. And they have to specifically tell the roller which dice they want re-rolled. So let's say the person to the left of the first player spends one scream and they say, I want now, okay. On the board it tells you the dice that is most beneficial to your character. Okay? So let's say Griff wants to re-roll this blue die here because he knows that the blue die is most beneficial to him. Well, here's a blue die here that has the mummy, Seth. Well, he doesn't want Seth to get any points, so he spends the one scream and tells the roller to re-roll that blue die, which they do so. And it landed on Seth again, so, oh well, that's the way it goes. So again, it goes around to all the players, and again, the first player, the roller, the player that has the bag, is the last person to decide to add, or not add, but re-roll any of these dice. And you can re-roll as many dice as you have screams to pay for. Alright, and after that, you start scoring. So for this one, let me see here. We got 2 for Griff, we got 1 for Harry, and we got 1 for Seth. Now these 2 here means that the ruler for that round gets 2 screams put back into their bank here. And now there are also white dice that have screams on all the sides. So the white dice is really only benefiting the roller. And you keep doing, and then after that round is over, you pass the bag to the player to the left, and they're the roller now. And we go through the same thing, and the first person who gets the 13 pieces of candy wins the game.
Hello everyone, we're playing Scream or Die. Scream or Die is a 2 to 4 player dice game where you take on the role of classic monsters transformed into little kids trying to gather candy. Once upon a time in a land not unlike our own, Vlad, Griff, Harry, and Seth enjoyed a comfortable life, living large and enjoying the sun. Well, except for Vlad. But their boss, Belinda the Witch, had grown tired of their slacking off. "You're monsters, so go out there and scare people," she demanded. But they all just laughed. "Oh, you think I'm joking? Have your fun. I'll see you in the morning." The next day, they awoke in horror. They had all been turned into children. Belinda entered the room with a gleeful cackle. "Ha ha 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 ha! You were right, this is fun. I'll make you a deal. It's Halloween, so bring me 13 pieces of candy. The first one back gets a special treat. The others, paychecks for a month." Alright, that's our game.
Scream or Die is an easy game to learn and quick to play. For the adults, it's a fun game for when you don't have a lot of time to sink into a complex, brain-heavy epic. For the kids, it's a cute and fun game that they can be an active participant and not succumb to boredom or distractions. The take that aspect also provides lots of interaction and strategy. This game does a great job of keeping everybody at the table engaged. The player interaction is constant and lighthearted. There is no downtime or long, lingering waits for your turn to come back around to you. Every player is invested at every moment. This is truly a family-friendly game. In a world where everybody's noses are buried into a smartphone or tablet all the time, Amber Palace Games has taken a fond memory of classic monsters and created a game that can connect generations together in social interaction. Now, the game is on Kickstarter right now at the time of this preview, and it's only $19. A small price for a chance to play a game all together as a family and create memories that will be cherished forever. Now, there is more information on the review page on our website, www.themegameeple.com. Thank you much for watching.